Hi, this is Princess and Virginia. Our topic for today is measure of variation. Measure of variation. Measure of variation describe the weights of a distribution. They define how spread out the value are in the dataset. They are also referred to a measure of dispersion and spread. Type of measure of variation. Range, interquartile range or IQR, variance, and standard deviation. Why do you need measure of variation? A single statistic, the mode, the median, or the mean may not be a model that represent the entire dataset. Accordingly, anytime we use a single number to represent the data, we lose the sense of reliability in the data. Range is the simplest measure of variation. The range of this set is the difference between the highest value and the lowest value in dataset. Example of range: 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 11. 11 is the highest value and 1 is the lowest value. 11 minus 1 equals 10. 10 is the range. Interquartile range or IQR. The interquartile range is a measure of variability based on dividing a dataset into quartiles. Quartiles divided a rank-ordered dataset into 4 equal parts. The values that divide each part are called the first, second, and third quartiles, and they are denoted by Q1, Q2, and Q3. Represently, Q1 is the middle value in the first half of the rank-ordered dataset. Q2 is the median value in the set. Q3 is the middle value in the second half of rank-ordered dataset. The interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus 1. Example: 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 12. Q1 is the middle value in the first half of the dataset. Since there are even number of data points in the first half of data set, the middle value is Q1 equal 3 plus 1 over 2 or Q1 equal 3.5. Q3 is the middle value is the second half of dataset. Again, since the second half of the dataset has an even number of observations, the middle value is the average of two middle values. That is Q3 equals 6 plus 7 over 2 or Q3 equals 6.5. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So 6.5 minus 3.5 equals 3. Variance, the average of the square different from the mean. The formula: sum of all x squared minus n times the average of data points squared over n minus 1. X with the value of it is mean. x1, x2, 2, xn is data. N is number of data points. Standard deviation, measure of how far the data from the mean, the square root of the variance. Standard deviation is and simple square root of the variance. Example: here is the data x 7, 9, 18, 22, 27, 29, 32, 40, and the data squared. 7 squared is 49, 9 squared is 81, and so on. And add all the data squared, so we get 5,132. 5,132 is the sum. N is the number of data x, n is 8, and add all data x and divide by 8, so we get 23. 23 is the means. And sum of x squared is 5,132 minus 8 times 23 squared, and the bottom is 8 minus 1 equal 128.6. Standard deviation square root 128.6 equal 11.3. 11.3 is the standard deviation.